Okay, so we have got 5 fights on our early prelims, people. Yes, and some good fights too. We start off with the ladies. It's the flyweight. Veronica Hardy v. Brogan Walker. Right, so the bear. She's 36, 5'4", 67-inch reach. She has a 7-4 record overall. Currently on a 2-fight losing skid in the UFC, which unfortunately for her are her sole 2 fights. Right, she went 3-2 in Invicta. So she made her debut against Juliana Miller, right? Because it was Walker v. Miller in the Ultimate Fighter finale. I forget which number it was, right? But yeah, they made it to Ultimate Fighter finale. And I'd seen Brogan Walker on the BJJ scene, right? And I'd seen her have some MMA, and she was good. But in the final, she was so lackluster. It was crazy. So she got stopped in the final. That was August 2022. She then fought Isamon Lucindo in April 2023. And that went to a decision. So there's been a lot of inactivity. Now, I'm assuming it's probably an injury. But yeah, we do not have any info on that. Now, she's, she's got good jiu-jitsu, right? Her last win outside the Ultimate Fighter was a rear naked choke in Invicta on August 27th of August 2021. Yeah, I mean, she lost to Erin Branchfield, Pearl Gonzalez, both very good fighters. She has a win over Miranda Maverick, right? Which is probably her best win when you look at everything. You know what I mean? So, only has that one submission in MMA. But as I said, she's, participates in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu all the time. Now she's going up against Veronica Hardy, who is 29, 5'4", a 64-inch reach. So Walker has the slight edge when it comes to reach, right? But they're the same height, and Hardy is the younger fighter. Hardy has an overall record of 9-5-1, coming off a loss in her last fight, right? She's 4 in the UFC. So last time out, it was a loss to Eduarda Moura. That was November 2024. It went to a decision. And that fight ended a 3-fight winning streak. Hardy had definitely been looking a lot better. They do have an opponent in column, Juliana Miller, who Hardy beat in March 2023. Right, so there is that. Now, Hardy has lost to BJJ, top opponents, right? Like Gillian Anderson and Bay Maseki. So there is that, right? Which makes this interesting because on paper, Hardy should win this fight. But yeah, with the possibility of being submitted, that is there. Gillian Robinson did catch her with a rear naked. But you know what I will say though, I do think we've definitely seen improvements to Hardy's game and more consistency. So I'm gonna say Veronica Hardy gets back to her winning days, which might be the end to Walker's UFC tenure. So we then move to the welterweights. We have Ramiz Brahimaj against Austin Vanderford. So the gentleman, Austin Vanderford, he's 35, 5'11", 74-inch reach. He has a 13-2 overall record on a 2-fight winning streak right now. Okay, he went 5-2 in Bellator, 1-0 in the LFA. He's coming via the Contender Series, and he won his UFC debut and won it well. Right, he came in on, I think it was like a week's short notice. It was real short, right? He beat Nikolay Veretennikov. That was February this year. Second round stoppage, ground and pound. And yeah, that was coming off a win in the LFA in October 2024. First round stoppage over Victor Romero. So yeah, I mean, he is good. You know, he's got wins over Fabian Edwards, right? Who else? I don't have other names. I mean, we only know Fabian Edwards because of his brother Leon. You know, but you know, he's fought a lot in Bellator. He does compete in jiu-jitsu, right? He's competed for Chael Sonnen's Submission Underground a lot and picked up some good wins in that. So he has got jiu-jitsu and he does stop people. So, yeah, you know, he's bringing a lot to the game. So he is going up against Ramiz Brahimaj, who's 12-5 on a 2-fight win streak as well. Right, he's 32, 5'2" reach. He is 4-3 in the UFC. Right, so last time out he beat Billy Ray Goff. That was in May this year. First round guillotine. Right, and he beat Mickey Gall even. That was November 2024. A first round knockout. Right, so yeah, Ramirez, he's got some decent wins, right? Got some skill. He does like a rear naked choke, but he has a few other things as well, like guillotines. He's got Kimura, but I think rear naked is his go-to. You know, so he made his UFC debut in November 2020, right? But he lost to Max Griffin. He got injured in the third round. And it's, you know, it's been kind of win-loss, but yeah, he's put 2 wins together. So, interesting fight, right? They both got submissions. They both have got power. So, man, this is a really friggin' interesting one. I think Ramirez has fought the higher quality of opponent. So, yeah, he trains under Travis Luter. So he probably trains a lot with Big Mouth, Kevin Holland. I'm going to take Ramirez for the win. But this is, well, it's a pick'em, really. It's a close fight. So we then drop down to the bantamweights. We have Chris Gutiérrez against Farid Basharat, which, as I say, people, we got some good fights here, right? These are good fights. El Gapo, Chris Gutiérrez. He's 34, 5'9", 67-inch reach. He is 22, 5-2 on a 2-fight win streak. Right? Fighting out of Factory X. He's 10, 3-1 in the UFC. Went 2-0 in LFA, 1-0 in Bellator. Right, so last time out, April 2025, he beat John Castaneda. That was a split decision. He beat Kwong Lee, right, in August 2024. That went to a unanimous decision. He lost to Song Yadong, Pedro Munez. But, man, he got that huge win, right? The flying knee on Frankie Edgar. That was November 2022. And I think that is probably his biggest win to date. But boy, what a win, right? He has stopped a number of people with leg strikes, right? Leg kicks, as it were. So, yeah, no, he's really good, man. Really good. He beat Jimmy Flick in the LFA. Right? He has got skills. So we know he's tough. We know he's durable. He will come at you. Right? Now, ferocious Farid Basharat, right? One of the Basharat brothers. He's 28, 5'8", 71-inch reach. So, yeah, he does have the reach advantage. 4-inch reach advantage, you know. He's 13-0 on a 17 streak. So that's including amateur fights. Right? He is 4-0 in the UFC. Came via the Contender Series. Beat Victor Hugo, October 2024. Taylor Lapalus in January 2024. Right, made his UFC debut March 2023. Beat Damon Blackshear. Right, so most of his fights are going to decision in the UFC, but he did get an arm triangle against Clayson Rodriguez in September 23. But, you know, outside the UFC, a lot of rear naked chokes, right? You know, and you know he wants, like his brother, that really statement win, right? To really kind of put his name on the map and, you know, move him up the ranks. Because being an undefeated fighter, there is a cachet in that when it comes to bigger fights. If you have a name for yourself, that is. Yeah, I think, you know, the Basharat brothers are tough as nails. Tough as nails. And I think he could get this. As long, right, as long as he blocks leg kicks. Because that's a problem a lot of the time. These fools do not block leg kicks. But yeah, as long as he does that, I think he can get that win. So we're taking Farid. Right, so then it's the ladies, right? It was meant to be a bantamweight fight. It is now a catchweight at 137.5 pounds. Macy Chiasson against Yana Santos, right? And Santos is not happy, right? Foxy Yana Santos, 35, 5'6", 68.5-inch reach. She has an overall record of 16-8 with 1 no contest. And she's on a 2-fight win streak right now. All right. So, yeah, she's 6-5 in the UFC. Went 1-1 in Invicta. All right. So last time out, she beat Miesha Tate. That was May 2025. She beat Chelsea Chandler before that, August 2024. Her last loss was July 2023 to Carl Rosa. It was a split decision, right? Yeah, but she, that was the end of a 3-fight losing streak where, first lost to Irani Aldana, first round stoppage, decision lost to Holly Holm. But yeah, turned it around, right? She beat Caitlin Vieira, right, in February 2021. Julia Stolarenko in August 2020. Both big wins, right? She made her UFC debut March 2018. It was, it's a brutal fight with Chris Cyborg. Right, the referee should have stopped it. Oh man, it was crazy. But mad guts for her taking that fight, you know what I mean? Now, she's fighting Macy Chiasson. Right, Ultimate Fighter winner. Very skilled, very good. But she does have a penchant for missing weight, which is terrible, right? It is just messy, man. She's 34, 5'11", 72-inch reach, 10-4 overall record, coming off a loss in her last fight, right? She's 8-4 in the UFC, went 1-0 in Invicta. So the last fight was a loss to Caitlin Vieira, where she was very lackadaisical, right? It wasn't good. Yeah, I know she's missed weight in a number of her fights, right? And I think a few have been made catch weights, So there is that issue. Like, she's very good, as I said, right? She's skillful, but there are times when it's like she's zoned out. She's not there, right? Saif Sadoud is giving her advice, giving her instruction, and she just does not follow it. There have been times when she has missed weight and she's won, and then other times she misses weight and she's been terrible. So, it is... This is another tricky one, because if she hadn't of missed weight, I definitely would say Macy. Because I think, as I said, she's got good reach. She uses the reach well. Got good knees up the middle. She can be smothering on top. But, yeah, again, she can be hit and miss, And Yana, she's not necessarily great at everything, but she will come for you, right? She will keep coming forward. She can hold you down. So there is that. Oh, boy. Okay. I'm going to take Macy for the win. Am I super confident with that decision? No. It really kind of depends. This fight really depends on what Macy looks like as this fight starts. We will know what kind of mood she is in. If she's on, she wins. But if she's not, who knows what the fuck is going to happen. You know what I mean? But we will see. So our early prelims are topped off with the welterweights. We have Soriano against Nikolay Veretennikov. And this one should be fun, right? So Nikolay, he is 35, 6'1", 74-inch reach. He has a 13-6 record, coming off a win in his last fight, right? Which makes him 1-2 in the UFC. He went 3-0 in LFA, did go to the Contender Series, but he lost that fight, right? Now, we mentioned earlier he lost to Austin Vanderford, but his last fight he won against Francisco Prada was a split decision. That was July this year. Right, so he lost a split decision to Danny Barlow in August 2024. That was his UFC debut. So he fought on the Contender Series against Michael Morales, right? That was September 2021. He did go to a decision, which is, you know, Morales he does murk a lot of people. So that's, you know, not bad that he went to a split, right? Sorry, not a split, a decision. But, Nikolay, he does have some stoppages outside the UFC. You know, does have a few of those. Has a submission, but that's back in 2023. Right, so there is that. Now, he is fighting Soriano, who's 32, 5'11", 72.5-inch reach. So a slight deficit, but not that much. Right, so he is 5-4 in the UFC, went 1-0 in LFA at the PFL, and came via the Contender Series. Right, so his last win was crazy, like first round stoppage of Eurus Medic. Right, it was blistering. I think it was the first punch he threw just knocked him out in 31 seconds. It was huge. That was January this year. And he beat Miguel Beza via decision in June 2024. Right, so, he can be up and down, right? He lost to Roman Kopylov, second round stoppage, and got caught by Dustin Stufos with a rear naked choke in the second round. Right, Nick Maximov beat him, and Brendan Allen. They're all good opposition. Right, he has a win over Duskus Tudorev, right? Jamie Pickett. He made his UFC debut against Oscar Picato. That was December 2019. So, he won his first two, then he lost two, won one, lost two, and now he's on a 2-fight win streak. Now, Soriano is like balls to the wall. He will come at you. He can be crazy reckless. Crazy. He's always looking for the knockout, the stoppage, right? Which has served him well and has been to his detriment. So that is the thing here. I know, like, look, he's talked about, being a bit more patient and thoughtful in there. But, plans do go out the window a lot of the time. But this is all the markings for a fun, quick fight. Right? A fun, quick fight. And I think I will take Soriano. It's going to be crazy, but I think I will take him. Like, he possibly could lose. But, let's just roll the dice, people. Let's roll the dice. But, yeah, that is it for our early prelims. And, that's a fun fight to lead us to our prelims proper.